Okay, so we're reading from Matthew 25, verse 14 through 30 today. And we're going to talk about the wicked, unprofitable servant. The wicked, unprofitable servant. And most people know it as the parable of the talents. Now, we have all heard this saying, and we have repeated it several times, and we like to take parts of the Bible and use it according to how we feel and what we got going on. But sometimes we take it out of context of what God is actually trying to get over for us to understand. And one of those sayings that everybody always say is, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord. So everybody always say that. You've been faithful over a few things. I'm going to make you ruler over many things. But let's dive into what God is trying to reveal to us from Matthew and where this saying comes from. In Matthew chapter 25, that saying is said twice. Okay. So that's mainly where that verse comes from that people actually quote. So we're going to read that and we're going to talk about it. So we're going to start at the parable of the talents, 25:14. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country. So the kingdom of heaven is like a man traveling into a far country who called his own servants. Now, these are his servants. So he called his own servants because he's traveling into a far country, and delivered unto them his goods. So he gave them his goods. Not his bads, but his goods. Okay. So this man is traveling, and he need to leave his goods behind to someone he trusts. And the Bible is comparing this to how the kingdom of heaven is. God is leaving his goods in our hands, and he's trusting us. He's trusting us with those goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability. So he gave them according to their ability. Not one ability, not 2 ability. It says several abilities. So he's not going off of one thing. He's going off of numerous of things that has been shown that this person is able, have the capacity, have the ability to handle the goods. So he gave 5 talents to one, he gave 2 talents to another, and he gave 1 talent to another one. So he felt like the one couldn't handle the 5. So he only gave him 1. He don't have the ability to handle that 5. So he only gave him 1. He knew the person he gave 5 to can do things that the one couldn't do with 5. So he gave those 5 to the one that he knew that can handle those 5. So he gave every man according to his several ability. Several. based on several things. And straightway, he took his journey. He didn't explain anything. He didn't tell them what to do. He didn't sit back and try to make sure they're doing the right thing. He didn't hold their hand. He didn't walk them down where they need to do. He didn't do none of that. He gave it to them and he left. Then, he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same and made them other 5 talents. So the one that had the 5 talents immediately left and got a trade going on and made 5 more talents. And likewise, he that had received 2, he also gained other 2. But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money. Now, let me tell you about a talent. A talent is like a bag of gold. A talent equals up to 20 years of work. So it took back then 20 years for someone to make a talent. So he gave 5 talents to one, which is 100 years worth of work to one. Wages for 100 years. He made it and doubled it. He gave the other one, the 2. So that was 40 years of wages, a labor of wages. And he doubled it and made it 2. Now this last person, he digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money. So he took that 20 years of work and digged a grave for it and buried it where it didn't benefit nobody, not even him. Not even him. He dug and he put it in the ground. He didn't give it away. He didn't make any money off of it. He just dug and buried it. So after a long time, after a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. So now he back. His journey was way longer than what we would have expected. So after he came back from a long journey, for a long time, he's ready to see what's going on with his goods that he left behind, with his servants. Now that's a whole nother thing right there. He left it with the servants. Servants. He didn't leave it with someone he didn't know. He left it with people that worked for him. He left it with people that he have seen them work before. He's seen what they could do. So there was a level of trust there for him to leave that money with them. So he came back and he's ready to reckon. He's ready to see what's going on. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. So you gave me 100 years of labor, wages. I made 100 years of labor wages from that 100 you gave me. So now we got 200 years of labor wages. The Lord said, his Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. Few. Not, he said it's a few. Few things. 100 years worth of labor, most of us wouldn't call that few. But he said, thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord. Now you can be joyous. He wants you to enter into the joy of the Lord. Because you're building the kingdom of heaven. He also, that had received 2 talents, came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. So you gave me 40 years of labor wages, and I made 40 years of labor wages with that you give me. His Lord said unto him, well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. What in the world? This threw me off at first because it's almost like he's insulting him. It's like he's trying to defame the Lord so he can make himself look what he did is okay. Watch out for folks that try to defame you and make you look bad because they're trying to make what they did okay. So he said all this to the Lord. He said, and I was afraid and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. So he said he was scared. Can't be too scared. You saying all this, that I'm reaping where I don't supposed to be, where I hadn't sown at, and gathering where I hadn't strode at. But then the next sentence you're going to say, but I was afraid, and I was afraid, and went and hid my talent in the earth. Don't you just love when people have excuses after excuses after excuses of not doing what they supposed to do? He didn't give you that 1 talent to hold on to. He didn't give it to you for you can bury it and honor it. Look at what I got. And it stays the same. He gave it to you for you to change it with your several abilities that you have inside of you that he saw in you. That's why he gave it to you. But you're afraid. You're afraid. So you go and hide that talent. Then he says, there's the talent that you gave me. There's your money right there. There's your gold right there. There's your 20 years of labor, like throwing it back in his face. Don't I have your money? Don't I have your talent? Don't I have your gold? Don't I have your 20 years of day labor? His Lord answered and said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I have not strode. thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received my own with usury. See, this right here, just because someone else is doing something wrong doesn't mean you're supposed to. The Lord did not give him that for him to judge him. He gave that to him to build off of. And he used it and judged him with it. Say, oh, don't you do this and do this and do that? So that justifies me not doing what I'm supposed to do. The Lord called him wicked. Wicked. Slothful. Lazy. But you see that word at the end? He said, his Lord, verse 26, his Lord answered and said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant. He's still a servant. He's still a servant. It doesn't change who you are. If you're a mom and you're wicked and slothful, you're a wicked and slothful mother. If you're a dad and you're wicked and slothful, you're a wicked and slothful dad. If you're a preacher and you're wicked and slothful, you're a wicked and slothful preacher. It does not change who you are. It describes who you are. It describes who you are. You already going to be the servant. Now you're a wicked and lazy servant. What are people describing you as? What are people describing you as? Are you a wicked and slothful mother? Are you a wicked and slothful preacher? Or are you a good and faithful preacher, servant, mother, father? We can't use the phrase that we want to use and take it out of context. Because entitled to be told, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. You got to prove that you can do that. You have to show that you can do that. God already knows your capabilities, your several abilities. So he entrusting you with his riches and his goals and his goods to his servants. Now it's up to you to determine which one you are. It's up to you to determine. He says, thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming, I should have received my own with usury. If you would have did and did good with my money, put it at least in the bank where it could have gained interest. But no, you dig it and make it dead. Only serving you and your knowledge. He said, take therefore the talent from him and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. So the thing is, I want to pull from this verse right here. This tells us that he never took the talents away. He never took the talents away. Even if they double them, they still had control over those talents. Because in this verse he says, take therefore the talent from him and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. For unto everyone that hath shall be given. For unto everyone that hath shall be given. For unto everyone that hath shall be given. And he shall have abundance. So if you don't have, you need to think about why you ain't got it. Is it your capabilities? Who are you serving? Are you trustworthy? Are you doing what you're supposed to do? Are you being faithful? A faithful servant. A good servant. It says, for unto everyone that have shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that have not shall be taken away, even that which he hath. So if you're not doing right, it's going to be taken away from you. If you're not being good and faithful as a servant, it's going to be taken away from you. So if you have not, you need to go back and you need to think and you need to review what you're doing. Because it's something along the line. Rather is who you're serving. Are you having the right abilities? Are you showing your abilities? Do you have several abilities? You can't bank on just one thing. You got to have several abilities. Are you being good? Are you being faithful as a servant to whom you're serving? He said, for unto everyone that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away, even that which he hath. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into the outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. My question to you is, what did you bury? What has God given you and you buried? He gave it to you and put it inside of you because he knew you and he knew your ability, and he gave it to you accordingly to your several abilities. What have you buried? Dig it up. Dig it up. Dig it up right now. 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 What have you buried? What have you buried? There's something that is inside of you that just because this person can't see it and that person can't see it and mom can't see it and dad can't see it and the teacher and the preacher and everyone can't see it, you buried it. But God gave it to you according to your ability. What have you buried? Dig it up. Dig it up. You don't want to be cast out into darkness. God is dependent on you. God trusted you. He gave you what you need to fulfill your part in the kingdom of heaven. It's already there. It's already there. So you feel like, oh, I don't have everything I need, so I'm just going to bury it. No, God said, I've given you everything that you need. Now go out there and do it. We all have a assignment. We all have a mission. We all do. And when God calls us home, when Jesus comes back for us, which no man knows when God comes back and reckon with us after a long time, he's going to want to see what you did, what he gave you. Did you bury it? Did you have a funeral for it? Are you sitting here with all these excuses? Are you scared? Are you afraid? Dig it up. Dig it up.